Imagine walking into a room full of people who you have never met before. Everyone's talking to everyone, and they see you walk in. Nobody says a hello or even smiles at you. Some of them even glance at you and turn back to their conversation, and they are wondering, oh, is it my outfit? Maybe my makeup, or I'm too overdressed. But then, out of the blue, you notice you're the only Indian American in the room, and bam, that's when it hits you, why nobody is making an effort to talk to you. So now, you have to make the first conversation to make them feel comfortable with you. Welcome to my life as an icebreaker in America, the land of dreams and opportunities. So let me guess your first thought when you see me for the first time. Oh, she must be from a very conservative Indian family. She probably does not even speak good English. She won't drink because it's against her religion, and I'm sure she's a vegetarian. And I bet $100 her marriage was arranged by her parents. Can you believe some countries still do that? So let me set the record straight up front for you, my friends. I'm as American as anyone in this room today. I came to this country 20 years back from a very progressive Indian family who raised their daughters as sons and taught us to be independent. English is my first language, and I grew up watching shows like The Knight Rider and The Full House. And of course, a lot of Bollywood movies. I love my steak, medium well, with a nice glass of Cabernet. Thank you very much. And I have answered so many questions about my marriage because I definitely got myself into a love marriage, as we say in India. I was born and raised in Kuwait, one of the richest countries in the Middle East. My parents were immigrants, but we lived among a huge Indian population. So life was quite normal, being part of the community, and I went to an Indian school where I perfectly fit in. So during the Iraq-Kuwait war, we had to move back to India, and I continued my high school and undergrad in India. Life was great, being part of a big Indian family, all the amazing food, love and pampering, and of course enjoying all the festivities. As I grew up, I noticed my skin color was very dark, just like my dad. My mom, my sister, and my cousins, they're all fair-skinned as per the Indian standards. I was the dark horse in the family, literally. My dear dad was very proud that I looked like him. Yet it didn't matter. I used to cry to my mom that she used white soap for my sister and black soap for me, and that's why I turned out this way. But my poor mother, she always used to feel very sad when I said this, and always assured me that she felt the same about both of us. But you know, when you look different, there's a small insecurity about yourself. My immediate family, my parents, and my sister, they have remained the most positive aspect and support in my life. They always made me feel like a superstar at home. My sister would in fact pick a fight with anyone who commented on my skin color, very protective of me. They focused on my talents, my achievements, and gave me all the attention to make me feel on top of the world. And I think that is one of the main reasons that I did not spiral downhill with this insecurity and turned out into a confident woman. My complexion and my skin color, it became a non-issue after a point in my life. So after I finished my undergrad, I got an opportunity to do a master's program in the United States. It was such an exciting opportunity for me because I got to break the conservative barrier that girls could travel to countries like the United States only after they have been married. America is the land of opportunities and a country built by immigrants from all over the world. How exciting and fascinating. So in my mind, I should perfectly fit in there comfortably. So I landed in Tampa, Florida to pursue my master's in computer engineering. I should say it's one of the greatest experiences of my life because I got to learn a new culture and find the best of the both worlds that I came from. I have lived in Bloomington Normal Community for over 13 years. I love to be part of the community that I live in. We are part of a big Indian community, very actively involved. My husband and I, we own a few businesses here in town, and we also run a nonprofit language school for Indian kids. We are very active in the community by being on the board of nonprofits, supporting various causes. We're very social. We love to make new friends and attend a lot of events. As I attend a lot of these non-Indian meetings and events, however, I started noticing that when I go to a new place, not many people take an effort to come talk to me or say hello. Many times I've come home telling my husband, I don't even know why I'm going to these events or meetings because at the end of it, I don't make any new friends. Nobody calls me for the service projects that they do or events that they're hosting. It's like I'm always invisible until I make an effort to reach out to everyone. It used to be very frustrating, and I could understand why many ethnic communities choose to stay within themselves because if you are not a white American, you don't have a warm welcome in a lot of places. So that's when a very sweet dear friend of mine, who's not an Indian, invited me to lunch and said, Uma, you're so smart and social, and you come from a beautiful Indian culture. Why are you not flaunting it? I was like, what? Wait a minute. This is very surprising for me to hear because all these years I have been trying to assimilate into my new American culture and trying to figure out how to make my Indian culture not an issue. And I told my friends, see, when I came to the United States, I thought people would see me for who I was rather than how I look and where I came from. But here, I get judged all the time because I'm not white, I'm not black, I am brown. See, I'm a person who takes constructive criticism, changes myself for the positive. So my logical brain is thinking, okay, if people around me are judging me for the way I look, let's try changing it. But my dear friends, the reality is nobody can change the way they look or their skin color, well, unless if you're Michael Jackson. I can change my attitude, my communication skills, my confidence, my physique, and so many other things, but just not the way I look. This is how I'm created, and I have absolutely no control. And if anyone had control, wouldn't we all choose a skin color that's more acceptable? And most importantly, who set the standard that only a certain skin color is what is needed to feel superior or beautiful anyways? Are you guys with me on this? So I told my friend, it's very surprising to me that educated people in top professions want to make me feel different, that I don't fit in. But see, I come from India, a country rich in culture, education, and hospitality. We treat everyone like our own family. And the Indians coming to the United States are highly educated and in top profession. Yet, it's very shocking on how much emphasis is placed on something that's given to you at birth and that cannot be changed. So that's when my sweet, sweet friend told me, okay, Uma, why don't you be the first person to break the ice and start the conversation in such situations so people will get to know you and they'll love your personality? And I'm like, okay, this icebreaker strategy sounds nice. So the term icebreaker sounds very cool, very chill, right? but it's one of the toughest things to do. You need to have confidence and courage to walk into a room full of people, go talk to a stranger to make them feel comfortable with you and to accept you for who you are. See, those who know me, they know I'm not shy to talk or approach anyone. I can confidently go introduce myself today to Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk and talk about their amazing space journey. So one good thing that came about being an icebreaker is I became fearless of being judged. I became very comfortable wearing my Indian outfit to any event that I wanted to. And if someone wants to judge me for the way I look or where I came from, I pity them. Is this the worldly view and knowledge that you have in the current world? So, I come into America from different countries. I have to face these challenges, and I'm able to accept them. But my children, who are born and raised here, well into their American way of life, are facing these challenges every day. And that's what breaks my heart. So let me share a recent incident with you. My daughter's heart is set into a sports activity, and she joined a new center. She's the only Indian kid in the center. She's so passionate about this sport that as parents, we want to encourage her. The center conducted a social for kids and families to get to know each other. My daughter was super thrilled because she had only been there a couple weeks and she was so excited to make new friends. And she said, "Mommy, do you want to go with me?" I was like, "Of course." So we both were walking into the event, very excited, and we went into the area where the kids and families were. Almost everyone turned to look at us, but at the same speed, immediately turned back. Not even a smile or a hello. There were moms at some of the tables. Nobody said hello or offered me a spot at the table. And I was like, all this doesn't bother me anymore. I'm here for my daughter. So my daughter saw a few friends that she trained with and said, "Mommy, I'm just going to go sit by them." She went over, and the girls blankly told her to her face, "Sorry, you cannot hang out with us. There is no space for you next to us." I was just watching in horror, and my heart sank because there were so many empty seats next to them. And I told my daughter, "If you want, we can leave this place. I don't want you being around such rude girls and their parents who do not even acknowledge our presence here." But my sweet, sweet daughter said, "Mommy, it's okay. I don't think they meant what they said. I'll just go sit by them." All through lunch, none of them even turned towards her or said a word to her. She tried to play games that they were conducted, participate in the activities, meet with new people, but at the end of the 2 hours, she did not make any friends. And it's not because my daughter is not social or friendly, it's because she was the only kid that looked different that day, and nobody wanted to take her in their group. I admire the strength and courage that this child had, and the fact that she accepted that this is how she's going to get treated at such a young age. I came home and I cried to my husband. I said, as a mother, I just could not take this. Who gives them the authority to treat others this way? And in what way is my daughter less? She is an American, born and raised here. She speaks English as her first language and our mother tongue as her second language. She loves High School Musical. She got selected as a performer at Shrek Musical for her beautiful voice. She loves her cheeseburger and fries. We celebrate Christmas. We celebrate all the occasions here. We do all the activities like any other American family. She respects others' feelings so much that she swallows her own feelings to fit in. What more is needed for her to be treated as an equal? I just don't have the answers. The only solution that I have is to teach my kids to be an icebreaker into their American way of life. Isn't that very sad? It's very tiring and exhausting. So the next time you see someone that does not look like you walk in, just give them a smile and welcome them to sit with you. It means a lot. Kids are a reflection of how parents behave. So let's teach our children, the future generation, to see people for what they are on the inside and not what shade they are on the outside. Thank you.